going to learn about knife safety. There are several different knives that we use in the kitchen, and we want to make sure you know how to...
Excuse me, are you a chef?
No.
Well, I'm the chef. I think maybe I should be teaching the class about how to use knives properly. Today we're going to talk about knife safety. Knife cuts are one of the most frequent accidents that happen in our kitchen, not to mention the workman's comp claims that go with it. So today we're going to go through the vast array of knives that you may come across in the kitchen, how to use them properly and safely. Hopefully this will keep you out of the hospital and you won't miss any time from your job. So just remember, the right knife for the right job. So here are some of the knives we find in our kitchen. These are bread knives or serrated knives, a boning knife, cleaver, a chef's knife, a vegetable knife. We have 2 serrated slicers. This is a utility knife, or we like to call them fruit knives. This is a double-handled cheese knife. This is your beak for cutting bread, and a cut glove. And this is a sharpening steel to hone your knives. So as you can see, all our cutting boards are color-coded to avoid cross-contamination. We have yellow for poultry, red for meats, blue for seafood, green for vegetables and fruits, and white for all cooked items. And in case you forget, we have our handy poster here. And we'll start with white, since we're going to be cutting bread. So we're going to start with the serrated knife, or we like to call it the bread knife. So now that we have our white cutting board for our cooked product, I'm going to choose to use the beak to cut the bread today. So I'm going to get my bread knife, and you want to keep your hand away from the blade. So now that you know how to use the beak, I'm going to show you how to cut bread with the cut glove as well. So you want to hold the knife between your finger, your forefinger, and your thumb, so that it doesn't rock back and forth. It'll give you the most leverage. The bread, you're going to make a C or a claw to hold the bread steady. And you're using this finger as a guide for the knife. Okay, now we're going to be cutting raw chicken, so we have our yellow cutting board. And we're going to be using a boning knife. The next knife I'm going to use is the cleaver, because I'm going to be cutting through some bone. Now this is kind of a dangerous knife. No more dangerous than any of the other ones, but this is going to use a hacking motion to get through the bone. So I'm going to line it up and just go straight through the bone. And And you can see I'm holding it the same way between the forefinger and thumb to steady the knife. Next we're going to cut some vegetables. So we have our green cutting board. We're going to move over here. We could use the chef's knife or the vegetable knife. I'm going to choose the vegetable knife. Now it's the same way with the bread. You're going to make a C with your fingers, and this finger is going to be your guide. So I hope you learned a lot today about knives, which ones to use for which job, and how to use them safely. And remember, always go home with all your fingers and thumbs.
Here's an alternate method for cutting bread. First of all, always use the beak, because safety is important. Pick up the bread at the base of the loaf like so, and get your cutting tool. Turn it on, and holding the bread away from you, cut off the end. Then cut it again a little bit lower, and again. Not only is this a very fast and efficient way to cut bread, when you're finished, it's toasted.